Hey guys, what's happening? So it's 10:44 p.m. here in Melbourne, Australia, where I'm based out of. It's a nice summer evening, and yeah, I just wound up my dinner. My family's off to bed, and before I kind of start doing some of the work that I do at night, most of my nighttime work is literally working and rolling out some features, reading some academic papers that I try to make sure that I'm top of, taking some notes on what out of those academic papers I might want to implement on my ongoing projects. And yeah, that's about it. Other than that, if I have some time, sometimes I listen to some audiobooks. Like right now, I am listening to Influence, beautiful book. I might actually just get my mobile phone here. Yeah. So, yeah, Inference New and Expanded. This is the one that I'm listening to. A beautiful book, a really great book. And over a period of my last 1.5 years, I have started to understand the importance of different factors of like um, how does influence work uh, in this world that we live in. Before this 1.5 years, before I ventured out on my own and became an independent consultant, I was an extremely left-brained, technical focused person. My biggest beliefs were make a good technology-oriented product, and that will sell itself. Okay, and lots of folks, lots of my friends, lots of my colleagues, lots of my ex-mentors told me that sure, businesses don't work that way. But I never listened to them. But yeah, I learned my lesson my own way, right? So last 1.5 years, it was a great learning curve. The biggest thing that I learned is a business, a service, a capability that needs to be marketed into the world, right? And marketing gets a very bad rap. It's basically told to us as people who are kind of just trying to push wrong things into the world. But no, marketing is a very, very important part of any business, any service, anything that you're trying to do. If you're trying to, let's say, raise money for a charity, you also just need to understand and create an influence around it. That in itself is marketing. So I've learned things like how do you introduce yourself to people, how do you make sure you're able to convince them for the right thing, how do you develop relationships. All of these are really great part of becoming a good, well-rounded professional and a social being, right? And there's something that I will not say ignored, but being an introvert, those I have always taken a backseat for me. For me, the thing that have kind of been always been extremely important is if I get my chunk of deep work, do I get to read a lot, and just being happy with that. But it's good that actually at least I'm learning this lesson. And these are really great lessons to understand. So therefore, to say coming back to that, so that's the reason I'm kind of right now listening to this beautiful book, and it talks about these buttons that we all have as human beings, which are totally in our subconscious and are extremely we don't know about, and they sometimes just trigger based on our subconscious and our internal wiring. It might be when things like someone we see a discount and we reckon it's a great deal and we go and run and get it. It might actually be of the same price and someone has just written a 50% discount, or all things need to go, something like that. So so that kind of like has brought this to me that I should always whenever I'm making a decision, I should always re-examine my biases, re-examine what I'm thinking. And in the past, I've made some bad decisions. There are times when I have been fooled. And one thing that I've realized is most of the time it has happened because either I was not in a in a good state of mind at that moment of time, like I either was stressed or I was worried about something, so I didn't have that bandwidth to think clearly. So one thing that I want to make sure that I do for myself is create more time or more bandwidth to make decisions, right? Not to be afraid of pausing something if you reckon it might not be the right thing to do. And take your time. That's a good thing to learn for me. So yeah, that's about it. That's the plan for me for the night. Do a bit of work. I find this nighttime really nice. It's nice and quiet, very low disturbance. You can code away at your own speed. You don't get any phone calls. Families up to bed, so you don't have to worry about like literally helping them out with stuff. And you can take your time to stuff. I normally what I do is I put on some lo-fi music on YouTube, put on my AirPods, uh, and just code away. Normally, try to give this night time to like really deep work. Most of the time, like it will be writing and building something essentially. Sometimes, as I mentioned, I might actually read papers, or I might write some LinkedIn posts and stuff, which I might kind of schedule for the next week or stuff. Alrighty, so with that, what I'll do is give this vlog a bit short. There's something that I'm plan to do kind of every now and then, where I reckon there is something that I want to share with you, not in a more tutorial based, but mostly kind of informally. So what I want to share with you is I just want to showcase, because these are the questions that have been asked to me, like lots of people. So I thought it might be useful for lots of folks essentially who might view this video. Is what are some of the tools that I have on my computer which I leverage regularly? Okay, some of them are kind of new age AI tools. Some of them are old tools. I will also show you some bookmarks that I have that I kind of regularly leverage, and hope it helps you. So let me set up the screen properly so that it becomes a bit easier. Okay, so this is my second screen, which you can hopefully see now. So if you see the screen and kind of go down, I have the Visual Studio Code, okay, and then I have the terminal, which is kind of more, and then I have Cursor, which has become my go-to coding IDE for almost everything essentially. It's amazing. If you are still on something like a VS Code or something, I still highly recommend you to move to Cursor. The performance gains that you will start seeing really fast is totally mind-blowing. It's a beautiful, it's kind of, people who are still using VS Code, you will probably be absolutely floored by how much difference an AI IDE makes to you. So yeah, that's about it. I won't talk about it because I already covered it in one of my earlier lectures. One that I have here, Outlook and all, I won't talk about it, is Notion. All right, Notion is something that I use quite regularly. It's something that captures everything that I have. It captures notes. It's also my second brain, where I have something called as inbox, in which it continues to keep on adding ideas or thoughts that I have of the project that I need to take. Continuously use that. So yeah, if not Notion, I will highly suggest everyone to have a note-taking app, something that also can serve as your second brain. Have a folder in there called Inbox, where you can literally push things in. Post that, I have something called as teleprompter. Cool. Teleprompter is a beautiful software which can be used when you are kind of, let's say, doing things like making a YouTube video or probably presenting something. And I normally don't use it. I have used it in few of the videos where I had this long content that I wanted to read through, but I have never used it for my entire videos. But there are people who struggle like me with the fluency of conversation. Sometimes it's good to just write down your thoughts in the teleprompter, put it on while you're shooting out a video or having a conversation. I normally only do it like when it's a kind of a really topic that I reckon you should probably have more smooth conversations. But otherwise not. Like otherwise, I like to have a pretty full conversation like we're having right now. Post that, again, test all the things. Then Final Cut Pro trial. Again, it's something that I'm using right now. Final Cut Pro to all edit my videos and add stuff. Similarly, I have CapCut in here. I use CapCut just to add stuff. Sometimes when I have to make like short video or probably make a product demo for a client or something, I might use CapCut because it has some really good features to highlight products and stuff. And Microsoft Teams in here sometimes to make Microsoft Teams call, and then another browser, Microsoft Edge, and then OBS Obsidian, on which I'm making this video. Okay. So these are like the main tools that I have on my computer. I'm quite a minimalistic guy. I normally don't have that many tools on my computer. But yeah, whatever I have, I hold. They're very near and dear to me. After that, if I go to my some other websites that you might like. I'd show you. Okay, so hopefully everyone is seeing this Opus clip, which I'll use very seldom, but it was recommended to me by one of my friends who's a YouTuber, was doing it for like 4-5 years, and he told me that, okay, you should have captions on your short videos. And Opus clip is something that I recommended. I would probably start using it more, but I recommend everyone to try that out. Other than that, okay, so here we go for Keyword Planner, Google Keyword Planner, which I normally use to understand this. What are the things that people are asking for in the world? I use it to build products. I use to build prototypes. I use it for my kind of presentations and so on and so forth. It's a great tool to just understand the vibe of the world, vibe of the people around it. Like for example, if you go to discover new keywords, if you look in the United States and you just want to search for how many are eating a hot dog. What hot dog? Okay, let's see what are hot dogs made of. Okay, there is like 10,000 to 100,000 average monthly searches that happen. So if someone writes a blog on it, it's a huge possibility that they will get quite a number of hits, right? So, and competition is low. If you kind of decide to kind of run a Google ad on it, it's probably $2 per click. So it's a great tool. I think it's a to just understand, get a vibe of, like, if you you can even make a product around it, essentially any product that you might want to make. So yeah, that's kind of another tool that I wanted to show people. Other than that, is there anything else that might help everyone? Let me just give me a bit of thought. Okay, so those of you who are product builders, AI engineers, and want to build products, essentially, another great repo is Stitchy repo. Yeah, so SVG repo, there are a huge amount of open licensed SVG vectors and icons. If you're making like architecture diagrams, product diagrams, it will help you. You need to search for the things, that's it. And all of them are free and copyright protected. Okay, so you search for human, you will get like n number of different humans in there. You can just pick them, paste it into a diagram, paste it into any communication that you're sending through. So yeah, go on and use it. I'll also make another video essentially in the future around how to develop like front end and a back end or software engineering part of the AI space, which probably should be helpful for some of you. So yeah, what I will do is I know I've been blabbering on for a time, so I will pause here and I will end this vlog. And thanks for listening to me, and have a great morning or great night. and catch you in one of the next videos. Bye.